Butcher, a word, if you would.
Yeah, what is it?
The Ministry of Resources is in need. You are hereby requested to provide your stocks of meat for government distribution.
But I hardly have any meat to spare, and it'll be a while before I can get more.
Be that as it may, Aurelius has extended you the courtesy. In exchange, you will be provided 2 water purifiers per month.
I don't know. I have to think about it.
Very well. If you change your mind, please notify the Ministry, but know that this offer will not last forever. Good day to you, citizen.
Clean water seems really valuable. Let's go ahead and tell him that we gave his father the flower.
Just couldn't stay away, could you?
No, I haven't quite reached today's quota of looking at dead meat. Your sheep should be fine now.
Really? What did you do?
Just gave Pop some blue burglar. He said it should be able to feed the sheep soon.
Oh, you're a lifesaver, Amy. I can't thank you enough.
I'm just glad I could help. I saw you having words with that guard. What was that all about?
Nothing. He was just trying to get me to sell out to the government. I promised Danton I'd give the rebels my extra supplies. I'm not betraying her for the wigheads.
I admire your loyalty. See you later, Gus.
You bet.
Alright, so let's see if they have anything else for us now.
Glad to see you've returned.
Oh, she's waiting for us now.
I assume you've managed to sort things out with our suppliers?
Yes.
You've done well, Amy. I think you'll get along here just fine. But understand this. Committing yourself to help the Resistance is not a promise made lightly. We require your full cooperation and transparency. No secrets or lies. Do I make myself clear?
I understand, but remember not to ask for things you can't return.
Naturally. Now come with me. Thank you for helping our suppliers. As you can probably tell, recruitment has been slow, which has hindered our progress. But I think with your help, we just may be able to initiate some changes.
What is it you had in mind?
That letter you brought us came from our contact in the Ministry of Medicine. It contained extremely valuable information. I need you to infiltrate the Ministry of Medicine and confirm what this letter says. Do you have any questions?
If you're so against the government, why do you use the Ministry of Medicine's symbol as your code to get in here?
That's exactly what the aristocracy would expect. Having our own symbol would make us easier to find once they figured out what it was. Sometimes the best way to hide things is to put them in plain sight.
The hat might be a giveaway as well.
What's the plan for getting me into the Ministry of Medicine?
An excellent question. You know how the wealthy have contracts with the aristocracy based on their support when they first formed?
I have a vague idea, sure.
If a government supporter were to show signs of green lung, the aristocracy would waste no time in sending a doctor to treat them. I want you to go to Fripp Square. My sources tell me that a notable supporter has recently been showing symptoms of the plague. His name is Silas Harrison. He should be visited by a doctor very soon. Find out when and where the visit will take place. Then, intercept the doctor, disguise yourself, and enter the Ministry of Medicine. Once you've done that, you'll locate the central storage room, where they keep the vaccine supply. I suspect that's where you'll find what we're looking for.
Maybe I should write all this down. It's a lot to keep track of.
No, I'm sorry, but we can't have a paper trail. I trust you'll be able to make this happen. I know it's complicated and dangerous, but believe me when I say this information will change everything.
Alright, let's get started.
I guess I should get started.
Good. Head over to Fripp Square and find out where Harrison is. That should get you close enough to intercept his doctor. You might also try checking at the ministry itself. They might have some information on when the doctor is set to make his house call. Once you're in the ministry, you can identify our contact by using the code phrase. I'm not sure how much help he'll be able to give you, but having an ally on the inside is at least better than nothing. I wish you luck, Amy. Remember that if you succeed, the Resistance will reward you in far greater ways than the aristocracy ever could.
Alright, let's go ahead and get out of here.
He's doing a nice job fixing that crossbow. They must use this for target practice. The wig and noose are a nice touch. Remember to wipe your feet when entering. There are no maids in this resistance. He's sound asleep. Nice to know things are relaxed enough around here.
Really has really long arms. Guy's just watching my entire story as I keep walking back and forth.
Good day to you, merchant.
Go away, you dog. I have nothing to say to you.
Now, there's no need to be.
I just try to make my living here. I have family to take care of, and no help from the aristocracy.
Well, if you would just let me...
My brother Pavel went out scavenging days ago and has not returned. We're all worried he's dead. What does the aristocracy do? Nothing. Sit in their towers and watch us starve. You are young. You do not remember life before the bombs. It was different. Guards were our friends, not monsters.
I appreciate your position, but...
Look, I think it's best if you just go. She's clearly upset.
Fine. I was here to extend an offer of food vouchers from the Ministry of Resources. But if she feels that way, it's her loss. Good day to you, citizen. I apologize for upsetting you.
Oh, thank you, Amy. I always get so angry when I see those guards.
She might be slightly crazy.
Hello, Mariska.
Amy, hello.
You really shouldn't make trouble with the guards.
I'm not making trouble. It's them who are causing all the problems.
You know as well as I do, you haven't got a brother named Pavel.
Well, they need to understand that life's not easy for us. It's not like they do anything about it anyway.
Just try not to get so riled up, Mariska. He was trying to help you out.
The day I take help from those dogs is the day I die.
I have to go now.
Okay, you come back and see me again soon, all right?
Alright, see. Fripp Square, Cathedral, Ministry of Medicine.
The main entrance to the Ministry of Medicine. I have to find a way in there.
I'm guessing that means we can't use the front door.
There's no mistaking the Ministry of Energy Tower. Tiberius really has a great view of the whole city. Must be some kind of checkpoint for visitors. Doesn't look like it would be very comfortable in there. That's a nice statue, although the base looks a bit unstable. Excuse me,
What is it, citizen?
could you tell me about this building, sir?
You don't get out much, do you? This is the Ministry of Medicine. They're in charge of all health-related issues in the city.
So this is where people come to get their vaccines?
Correct. Entry is by appointment only, I'm afraid.
I kind of figured as much. I just have to say, I've got the perfect life.
Good for you, miss. Now please, move along.
Yep, he's not one of them.
You know someone named Silas Harrison?
Silas Harrison? The name sounds familiar. But then, I see plenty of names on a daily basis. I have to write the name of all scheduled appointments here in my ledger.
Don't suppose I could have a peek at your ledger.
Afraid not, miss. This is for government eyes only. And, not to be rude, but you don't look like a government employee to me.
Keep up the good work.
That's because
Have
I'm
a
not.
nice day, miss.
Though, if that statue is unstable, can we
Let's hope this works.
blink it?
What was that? What a mess. I told them this would happen eventually.
Don't
Let's
mind
just
if I
have a
do.
look at this ledger. Here we go. Silas Harrison is being visited by a doctor this evening for green lung treatment. This information could be very important to certain people. Might be a good idea to take it with me.
Did I say a ledger page? Yes, okay. Okay, let's get out of here. Totally not going to notice that there's a page missing out of his book. That's okay.
Ah, Fripp Square. I do so love the dirty looks I get from people when I walk through here. Hello there.
May I help you with something?
Have you heard the name Silas Harrison?
I have, yes. He's fairly well known around these parts.
Can you tell me anything about him? Like where he lives?
Lady, I'm a town crier, not a town directory. If you want to put your nose where it don't belong, you're better off talking to Flora and Genevieve on the other side of the square.
I've got some news for you. I've got the perfect life.
You, of all people, have the perfect life? I guess that really is news.
So you're a town crier? What do you actually do?
I deliver the news to the people of Fripp Square. They ask about specific headlines, I tell them. Some sort of breaking news arrives from the government, I read it. It's rather simple, really.
Can I hear some news?
Very well. Right now, the top headlines are Ministry of Energy restarts generators. Terrorists rumored in the market district. Mysterious object spotted over quarantine zone. And the weather report. So, what'll it be?
I redid the generator.
How about Ministry of Energy restarts generators?
Fine.
Attention citizens, the following is an important news bulletin. The Ministry of Energy released a report saying that they have succeeded in restarting 60% of the city's reactors. As a result, more power will be available, starting with the area around Fripp Square. This concludes the news bulletin. Please resume your normal activities.
That's really loud. Okay.
Excuse me, sir?
Hello, miss. What can I do for you?
I'm Amy Wellard. It's nice to meet you.
Pleasure to meet you too, Amy. My name is Maximilian Huber, but please call me Max.
You're not
Do
fooling
you
me,
live around
Comstock.
here?
Yes, just around the corner, but ever since my wife passed, I like to get out of the house and spend time with my friends.
Your friends?
Yes, the Ravens.
So, how much time do you spend with your friends?
Not all day, but most of it. They are beautiful creatures, aren't they? How those Reaper cultists have turned them into a symbol of fear is beyond me, but to each his own, I suppose. I only wish I had something to feed them with. The poor things look terribly hungry.
What do they eat?
Anything, really. Meat, vegetables, insects. They're not picky eaters by any means.
You know, it's days like these that make me realize I've got the perfect life.
That's a lovely attitude to have, my dear. Your optimism is inspiring.
I'm looking for Silas Harrison. Do you know him?
Know him? Not personally, but I know who he is, certainly.
You wouldn't happen to know where he lives, would you?
I'm afraid not. I never had any cause to pay him any social calls at his home. My apologies.
Have a nice day, sir.
You too, my dear.
That was wonderfully unhelpful.
This is the intersection of Jordan Street and Booth Avenue. That's the tiniest raven I've ever seen. But you know, she seems to be having some private conversation with her friend, but I can't quite make out what they're saying from here.
No, you absolutely must.
Excuse me?
Yeah. Oh. Where did you come from?
She looks like she just came from the quarantine zone.
Don't be silly. You know nobody ever leaves that awful place. In any case, I'm sure you've got a lottery job you should be doing. Why don't you run along and leave us to our conversation? Which reminds me, I need some new servants. I was entertaining guests the other day, and they kept interrupting.
Good help just keeps getting harder to come by.
Well, they're rude. Suppose that's to be expected.
That's a pretty dramatic statue. I guess that must be the eponymous Mr. Fripp.
With ravens on finger. So we need bird food. It'd be a little bit morbid eating chunks of dead sheep, but it looks like it's not an option anyway, so it's probably got to be from the market.
Hello, Marishka.
Amy, hello.
Do you have any vegetables a raven might like to eat?
Ravens? Yes, I see them around my garden all the time. They love my alfalfa sprouts.
Have you got any for sale?
Sure, but take this bag. On the house.
Are you sure?
Yes, I owe you after helping me with the guard. It's the least I can do.
Thanks. I have to go now.
Okay, you come back and see me again soon, all right?
You couldn't give me the pumpkin? Alright, so let's see if this works. We'll give him the seed. We're giving him the seeds, sprouts. Excuse me.
Excuse me, sir? I got this bag of alfalfa sprouts. You know, so you can feed the birds.
Thank you. This will certainly make the birds pleased.
Oh, yeah, they gathered right on there. That one does not, though. Oh, Ministry of Knowledge.
The Ministry of Knowledge. It's where they keep all the documents and educational materials from before the bombs. Extremely limited access, of course.
Yes, forbid anyone... Is that an N?
That's Nero's banner. He's in charge of the Ministry of Knowledge.
Okay.
He seems happy to be feeding the bird. Excuse me, sir?
Hello, miss. Oh, what can I do for you?
That little raven up there isn't getting any food.
You're right. I'll toss some extra food closer to it so it can eat.
It's very kind of you, Comstock.
Those flying rats just knocked the waste bin over. Oh, the smell!
Disgusting. I hope a street cleaner comes to clean it up.
Seriously.
Seriously, if it smells now, it smelled before, lady.
Well, it's about time someone came. Now, what was that you were saying, Genevieve?
I, for one, am glad that we'll be getting more power. I haven't been able to use my curling iron in weeks.
Oh, I know. It's just disgusting. Why they don't just reroute power from the quarantine zone is beyond me. I mean, it's not as if those people will be needing it for much longer.
Oh, Flora, that is an awful thing to say.
Maybe, but it doesn't make it any less true.
So they're talking about the news, I guess. Let's see, what happens if we tell them to say something else?
Hello there.
May I help you with something?
Can I hear some news?
Very well. Right now, the top Ministry of Energy restarts generators. Terrorists rumored in the market district. Mysterious object spotted over quarantine zone. And the weather report. So, what'll it be?
Let's see, Ministry of Energy, we did that terrorist rumored market district. Let's go over the quarantine
I'd
zone
like
one.
to hear mysterious objects spotted over quarantine zone.
Right you are.
Attention citizens, the following is an important news bulletin. This past week, several citizens reported sighting a strange object in the sky over the quarantine zone. Rumors have persisted that it was the Reaper. However, the Ministry of Knowledge insists that this is not the case. The aristocracy reminds citizens not to be swayed by baseless rumors and superstitions. This concludes the news bulletin. Please resume your normal activities.
Excuse me, sir?
Hello, miss. Oh, what can
That little raven up there isn't getting any food.
You're right. I'll toss some extra food closer to it so it can eat.
Oh, they've knocked the bin over again!
Little monsters. Why doesn't Tiberius just have them shot to extinction?
You know, that's not a bad idea. They should make that a lottery job immediately.
Do you believe in the Reaper, Flora?
Goodness, no. That's just a bedtime story to scared children.
I don't know. The other day, I could have sworn I saw a raven with red eyes staring at me.
Really, Jenny? I wouldn't have expected you to be the superstitious type. Please, let's talk about something else.
So that's not gonna help.
According to this page, Silas Harrison is getting a green lung treatment this evening at sunset.
I mean, would the news guy be... See if the town crier wants that.
I think you should have a look at this.
Interesting.
Attention citizens, the following is an important news bulletin. Silas Harrison, noted government philanthropist, has contracted green lung. He is due to begin medical treatment this evening. Anyone who has had contact with Harrison is advised to monitor their symptoms and to notify the Ministry of Medicine if they begin feeling ill. This concludes the news bulletin. Please resume your normal activities.
Alright, so let's see if they're talking about him now when we go over there. So we have to make Comstock feed the bird again.
Excuse me, sir?
Hello, miss. Oh, what can I do for you?
That little raven up there isn't getting any food.
You're right. I'll toss some extra food closer to it so it can eat.
I don't believe this. They're back again.
You don't suppose... No, it can't be. A sign.
Don't be silly, Genevieve. Those are just superstitions. We're going to sit calmly and let someone clean this mess up.
And again, that someone would be me.
Can you believe Harrison kept his disease to himself?
I know. I was just at his manor last week. Now I'll need to go to the ministry and get checked.
Everyone on Threadson Street will. He should know better than to throw parties if he's got green lung.
I'll bet his gardener gave it to him. His love of topiaries will be the death of him.
Interesting. A mansion on Threadson Street with topiaries. I just hope Harrison's tastes are unique.
Probably not. Alright, so that's all we need from here, though, it looks like. Oh, check out that car.
A 2003 Fairway Debutante. I'm surprised it's still intact. Most of these were gutted for parts and metal in the years after Blast Day.
Alright, so I guess the exit is back this way from whence we came.
I can't think of anything.
Yeah, you can't pick it up either, it's a big statue. Exit.
I'm Dr. Collins from the Ministry, here to see Mr. Harrison.
Of course. He's in his room. Just walk down the hall. It's the fourth door to the left.
Damn, looks like I got here too late. But maybe there's still a way I can get close to the doctor without being seen. Nice looking bird, although I'm not sure what kind that's supposed to be.
Take it after they go, like, around the back, maybe?
Time to do a little peeping.
That is a kitchen.
I wonder why these windows haven't got curtains.
Good evening, Mr. Harrison. What seems to be the trouble?
You know damn well what the trouble is. I've got that blasted plague.
What symptoms have you been having?
Last week, the coughing started. Since then, it's only gotten worse. And yesterday, I hacked up some blood. I've had a fever all of today and haven't felt like eating anything since yesterday. Not to mention, I haven't been able to sleep a wink.
I see. Have you been in contact recently with anyone showing symptoms of the disease?
Well, 2 weeks ago, I was relaxing outside in my yard when some vagrant came by to ask if I could spare any food. Well, naturally, I told him I couldn't, but he became belligerent when he heard that and spat in my face. To think, a man of my stature with green lung. I can't imagine the scandal.
Green lung doesn't discriminate, Mr. Harrison. It can affect anyone.
So can you do anything for me, Doctor?
Not to worry. You're in good hands. Your support of the Ministry of Knowledge means you'll receive only the finest care the government can offer. I'm going to give you a dose of vaccine. That should fix you up by morning, but you'll need to get another dose in about a month's time.
Why can't you eggheads at the Ministry of Medicine get off your collective asses and develop a cure already?
We're trying, believe me. This isn't an easy disease to cure, but the treatment works almost instantly. You'll see.
So I'm stuck getting this injection once a month for the rest of my life?
I'm afraid so, although I'm sure you'll agree that it beats the alternative.
Yes, well, that is true. I could be dying in the streets like those filthy mongrels in the quarantine zone.
Yes, with the monthly injection, you won't have to worry about entering the terminal phase.
Let's not think about that. A dreadful business, really. Let's focus on my treatment.
Of course. Just hold still a moment. There we go. You should feel like a new man in just a few hours.
That is like the worst hiding job I've ever seen.
I'm going to leave an appointment card here for you. Just bring it to the Ministry of Medicine when you're due for your next vaccine dose.
Can't I send my servant to get it for me and bring it back here?
The green lung vaccine is a valuable commodity, Mr. Harrison. We don't release it to just anyone.
So can't you just come back and shoot me up when it's time? I
Shoot
don't
me
want
up?
to have to go all that way.
We'll see. I know you've curried favor with the aristocracy, but I'll leave the card here just in case. Oh, and I'll leave a little something with your butler to help you sleep. But give the vaccine a few minutes to circulate before you take it.
Thank you, Doctor. I appreciate it.
Think nothing of it. Feel better, Mr. Harrison.
That card is my ticket into the Ministry. But how am I supposed to get it?
Damn! Where is that confounded servant of mine?
So the servant has his sleeping pills. His servant will put him to sleep. And the servant can't hear him. So is there anything in the kitchen?
Huh, it's unlocked.
So this is a
That
rope?
rope attaches to the bell and continues on along the ceiling. This has to be the rope I saw in Harrison's bedroom.
So it rings this bell, so he can't hear because he's outside.
This is most likely where Harrison keeps all his fancy silverware.
Can I steal the silverware?
I haven't got time to go rifling through kitchen drawers.
Yes, you do.
Ah, that's nice.
Knives, salt, pot.
Ugh, I don't think I'll be needing any more salt right now.
I will pass
I've
on the
already got a
snails.
weapon. I'm sure no one will notice one missing ladle. They look stale. I'd rather not. I was never much of a tea drinker. I'm no baker. That can stay right where it is. This could come in handy if I decide to start up a soup kitchen.
No soup for you.
I don't see how I can use that there. I don't see how I can use that there. I don't see how I can use that there. Tomato. Well, if nobody else is gonna eat it. A little dry, but at least it's better than nothing.
Put the turkey in a
I
bucket?
don't see how I can use that there. That's not a good ingredient for soup.
I suppose not.
I'm not the maid. Looks like someone hasn't washed up yet. Someone made tea recently. It smells slightly fruity. I can't believe all this food is going to waste on just one person.
I believe it.
An odd place to store a sack of flour. I guess they must have used it recently. I'm no baker. That can... I shouldn't mess around with the window right now. I shouldn't mess around. I shouldn't mess around.
I've given him a dose of vaccine. He should be back to normal by tomorrow.
Oh, joy. I'm so relieved.
If it's any help, I have some sleeping pills for him. He should be ready to take them shortly.
Good. At least that'll give me some more peace for a while. Soon enough, he'll start ringing that damn bell for everything again.
Well, I wish you luck. I need to head back to the ministry now.
Thank you, Doctor. Have a nice evening.
You too.
Oh, okay, yeah, so he just pulled the cord and the bell rang. Doesn't look like you heard it, though. I mean, can you do anything with, like, tea or anything?
I don't see how I can use that there.
Nope. That's okay. Oh. Bet he'll hear it now. Ha!
And so it begins.
Unaware of the window was not open previously. Let's get outside quick.
You rang for me, sir?
About 10 minutes ago. What on earth took you so long?
I was...
Never mind the excuses. Just give me one of those sleeping pills the doctor gave you.
Yes, sir. Will you be wanting it with your usual lemon and elderberry tea?
That's fine.
Then if you'll excuse me, I'll return shortly.
The coughing is for flavor.
Finally. I thought he'd never get to sleep. Quietly now. Why would Harrison have a chair here? Is it for people to watch him sleep?
Nope, that would be creepy.
That kind of looks like a funeral urn. So now I'm stealing an old man's only means of getting more vaccine?
Yep.
I really hope there's something in the ministry worth finding, Danton. He may be a crotchety old geezer, but I can't help but feel sorry for him.
Okay, let's get out of here.
Oh, no. No, please. Of all the times.
Eh? What? Who's there?
Shit!
Ophelia? Is that you? They told me you were dead. Oh, my dear Ophelia, come back to take care of me while I'm sick. I knew you would. Ophelia? Are you there, my love?
He's slightly crazy. Senile, as it were.
That was a little too close. That must be Harrison's servant. Guess that's how he copes.
How he copes. Oh, he's drinking. Oh, okay. That makes perfect sense, actually.